Let's start today's topic. This is a common experience of hearing a crackling sound when we take off our sweater in winters. Have you ever wondered why it happens? We have also seen lightning during a thunderstorm. Have you ever thought what causes lightning? The reason behind these observations is electric discharge, or say generation of static electricity. We shall deal with static electricity in next chapter. For now, we shall learn about electric charges. It is said that Thales of Miletus from Greece in around 600 BC first discovered that when amber is rubbed with wool or silk cloth, it attracts the light objects. In Greek, amber is electron, and on its name, the name electricity is termed. Other than amber, there were different objects too which on rubbing could attract light objects like straw, pitchballs and bits of papers. On performing further activities, it was observed that when two glass rods were rubbed with wools or silk cloth and brought close to each other, they repel each other. Can you think what would have happened when two wool or cloth pieces from which the glass rods were rubbed brought closer? Yes, the two pieces of wool or silk cloth also repel each other. But when the glass rod and wool brought closer, they attracted each other. Same observations were made when two plastic rods rubbed with cat's fur. When this rubbed plastic rod was made to touch two small pith balls suspended by silk or nylon thread, then the two balls also repel each other and they are also repelled by the rod. But when one of the balls was touched by the plastic rod and the another by the glass rod, then the two balls attracted each other. So after lots of experiments and careful studies, it was concluded that on rubbing, the bodies gets electrified. That is, the bodies acquire an electric charge. And the experiments performed on the pith balls suggested that there are two kinds of electrification. One, light charges repel each other, and second, unlike charges attract each other. So observations also concluded that the charges get transferred from the rods to the pith balls when come in contact with each other. In other words, we can say that the pith balls are electrified or are charged by contact. The two kinds of charges are differentiated on the basis of their polarity. Later, the electrified glass rod was brought in contact with silk, with which it was rubbed. After that, the results were surprising. When they brought closer again, they neither attracted each other nor attracted or repelled other light objects. What can you conclude from these observations? It is concluded that when two objects acquiring unlike charges are brought in contact, they neutralize or nullify each other's effect. Considering this fact, the American scientist Benjamin Franklin named these charges as positive and negative. Conventionally, the charge on glass rod or cat's fur is called positive, and that on plastic rod or silk is termed negative. The body possessing electric charge is called electrified or charged. On the other hand, the body which has no charge on it is called electrically neutral. Let's quickly go through what we have learned today. Thales of Miletus from Greece in around 600 BC first discovered that when amber is rubbed with wool or silk cloth, it attracts light objects. Like charges repel each other, and secondly, unlike charges attract each other. The charges get transferred from the rods to the pith ball when come in contact with each other. The two kinds of charges are differentiated on the basis of their polarity. When two objects acquiring unlike charges are brought in contact, they neutralize or nullify each other's effect. Considering this fact, the American scientist Benjamin Franklin named these charges as positive and negative. Conventionally, the charge on the glass rod or cat's fur is called positive, and that on plastic rod or silk is termed negative. The body possessing electric charge is called electrified or charged. On the other hand, the body which has no charge on it is called electrically neutral. So that's all for today. Keep learning and keep watching our videos. Take care.